hopefully you can hear me now. Sorry, I had a little audio glitch there. Welcome back to Token Motorsport. We are here on this fine Friday night for the last round of the Multiclass Cup for Le Mans Ultimate. As you can tell, it's not an ACC race. I know, it's nuts. We're doing LMU for once. Not the first time we've done it, but yeah, so we're all good. We're here at the wonderful Monza circuit tonight for the final race. Multiclass with Hypercar and LMGT3 in the championship. There's not a lot of drivers here tonight. We do have a few. We have currently 12 drivers in the server. There were 13, so we shall see in a moment if the 13th will return. So we will have 4 hypercars battling out, and we will have 9 LMGT3s battling it out. Hello, Charlie. Hello, everyone. Moreno and Twitch, your poll of the Twitch chat, yes. Good job, well done. We love to see it. Yeah, so it's going to be a fun one. We've got a 30-minute qualifying, and I can see the actual overlay for LMU is working this time, which is awesome. So, yeah. 30-minute qualifying, we're a few minutes into that. Most drivers have done their first out lap, and are on their first lap, as you can see. Ollie Shakespeare there. One of the head admins at Token Motorsport warming up his car. Sorry, go down, break into turn 1. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong screen. But yes, got a few cars out. We haven't set any lap times yet, so as you can tell, for the hypercars, Chris Tedder in the Porsche Penske. With a 37.4, Elias Fernando with a 38.8 in terms of lap time so far, so we're doing well. And then for GT3s, we have Vladislav in the Porsche, an all-time favourite, with a 52.1, followed by Reese Indu, one of our head admins at Token Motorsport, with a 52.3. We'll keep an eye on him, because I love that Aston. Thankfully not the only Aston out there. We've got George Stevens in another Aston Martin LMGT3. So we'll get a good look at those throughout the night. As you can see, it's squarely under braking. Reese has actually returned to pits, never mind. We'll watch on with George for a moment. Moreno, do you know if you will do a stream of the 2.4 of Spa? When is that? We normally do streams for all our races, or at least most of them. Sometimes we won't if there's not enough turn up for some of them. But when even is the 2.4? 2.4 is... that is next weekend. I would imagine there will be, yes. That's obviously not confirmed, but we generally try to do a stream for every race we do. So there should be someone available. If there is, it will probably be done, because I'm pretty sure it's very popular. Actually, looking at it, it's got a good bit of filling up. So yeah, there probably will be. To answer your question, sorry that was a long one. But yeah, so we're a few minutes into qualifying. A few cars. Ollie Shakespeare going pole in the LMGT3 times, currently with a 52.0 currently. Takes that off Vladislav by about half a tenth. Few cars still to set lap times. The only hypercar that hasn't set one yet is Stin Dunkerwalk, a driver for Toga Esports. He looks to be on a lap. Can't see exactly what his timing is. Let me see. I'm playing about with the overlay here to see if I can get some good info on this. But hopefully that will make it a little bit better. Sorry, I'm just making sure everything's okay. But is 3 splits? Will you do a stream of the 3? So it's one race, Moreno. It's not multiple races. It's one race. There are just 3 splits in that race in terms of skills. So if you are that's just the skill bracket you're into, and I believe it's results based on class. So if you say you come like 14th place, but you come first in your category, you will be the AM winner essentially. But it is one race, not 3 races. I don't think we have capacity to do that. Even if it was even potentially viable. So yeah, no, it will not be 3 races. It will be 1. Don't worry about that. So everyone will see it. No, no, you're okay, Moreno. It's okay. I get it. It can be hard to know. But yeah, it's 1 race, just a different split categories. So that's just basically the split you're in based on well, skill isn't the right word, but you know what I mean, based on where your pace and performance is at, essentially. So don't be worrying too much about that. Just go out and enjoy it. Yeah, 100%. Um, so don't be worrying too much. Sorry, I should be flicking through drivers instead of just yapping. But yeah, just to answer that question. So pole position in LMGT3 has changed again. Vladislav in the Porsche has taken pole by a second. That's incredibly impressive. Absolutely annihilated all his time. But that BM will be looking to pull it back. SSG Aiden in the Aston takes P3 in LMGT3 in that lovely Mustang. Racing doing P4 currently on another outlap. He's looks like he's just actually starting a lap. I'll let him do that and not curse him. Sorry, I'm going to butcher your name. Mick is 5th in the LGT3 with that yellow Mustang. Then George Stevens, then Michael Thompson, Adam Rios, and Craig Starkey. The last 2 drivers have yet to set a time, but looks like Adam Rios is out there currently looking to. As Sting goes 3rd out of 3 in the hypercar category, 39.8. So a little bit of time for him to find, but plenty of time left in this qualifying session to do so. As Chris Tedder is on a lap, it looks like the joys of multi-class is caught with him. Yes, Charlie, only 3 hypercars. I think there was 4 signed up, and I saw 4 in the server at one point, but one of them has left, so I don't know where they have went, if they will return or not. I hope they do. More cars is better. But we should get some racing. It probably won't be the most exciting race with a limited grid, which is disappointing because LMU is a great game, and I hope that it gains more traction. I know we as a community are looking to do more races in LMU, so it'd be nice to have the community of people who want to race it and will turn up to said races, because I think we had a lot of sign-ups and we're surprised with how little people have actually turned up, which is disappointing, but at the same time, what can you do? Moreno, I appreciate that comment. That's really nice. It's a great community, Toga. We do our best to put on the best races we can. So I think the one thing I'm really glad about is that the actual overlay is working this time. It's not being bad as usual. 1 second. But yeah, so this is going to be an interesting one. Monza, great track. Love Monza. It is fantastic, and I find getting to grips with LMU is difficult as, Reese is finding out with the brakes there on the Aston. Little bit of a late brake in there. Missing the apex slightly, but it's all good. Plenty of time in qualifying to get sorted. No need to worry, as Ollie sets a lap time within 4/10 of Vladislav, so currently just chipping time away. Oh! And I've cursed him. I'm sorry, Ollie. He's had a slight skill issue there, but it's okay. Not much else happening, really. Just a bunch of cars on track. The 2 number 44 yellow Mustangs running in tandem currently. They are actually 3rd and 3rd and 7th in class. I see. Sorry, I'm just long work day. It was a Friday, so brain a little bit slow currently, but it's okay. We're working with it. Elias is in a Toyota hypercar, is in the pits currently. I was hoping to see that a little bit, but I'm sure he'll be back out for some more laps. Adam Rio's still yet to set a time. Looks to be on a hot lap, I believe. So, will be good to see what he's capable of in the Porsche. Beautiful sounding car, the Porsche. Absolutely love it. It's mega. And oh, that looked like a crash. Oh, I wonder what happened there. No, just a quick note on the actual race tonight and what's actually going to happen. So we obviously half-hour qualifying. As I said, we're sort of what? How long are we through it now? About half an hour, or about halfway-ish, something like that. It doesn't actually tell me on the screen. Like obviously in the overlay it tells you, but oh, we've got 16 minutes left. Cool. Ignore me. And then we have a 60-minute race. Around Monza, so there'll probably be a pit stop somewhere. I believe none of these cars can last 60 minutes without having to stop. All stewarding shall be done post-race through our ticketing system, so any incidents that happen in qualifying or the race, save your replay, and you can report them in the ticket system, providing the necessary video evidence to support your claims of a report, and penalties will be applied as and when necessary and deemed necessary by our stewards. I believe the conditions are mixed. Now, let me confirm that. I believe there was an announcement put out for this. So it's going to be an overcast with a chance of rain throughout the race. With temperature starting at about 24, raising to 26. So keep an eye out for rain. Rain will determine some of the strategy of this race. So we may see that. That's going to be fun. My fault, lost on the outside. Oh, are you? Oh, you're Starkey, are you? You're Starkey, yes. Or am I? Oh no, sorry, you're Chris. Never mind. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it happens. Like, don't worry about it too much. You know, mistakes happen, so don't worry too much. But no, LMU's a great game. If I wasn't commentating tonight, I would have been driving it myself because I love this game. I've been really enjoying it. I've been trying to go to the beginner category on the online. I'm almost there. I'm midway through. Like, oh, was Reese struggling to get to grips with the Aston a little bit. He's currently P4 in class though, so he's doing a good job right now. As a few of the guys are struggling as the hypercars having to navigate the LMGT3s. I believe normally this would be split qualifying because it's such a small grid. We are just running a full thing of sorry, we're just running full qualifying for everyone, and the hypercars will just have to navigate their way through as and when they can. It's not as ideal as we'd like, but it's better than having to split the qualifying for this few drivers. Just let them get on with it. Yeah. George, Rain would be interesting in a zero encounters game. Yeah, I did a wet race once. It was interesting. Difficult, but it was very interesting. Oh, you were half a second up as well. Oh, there's nothing worse than being up in your time and having an incident. But the time's there, Chris. You can do it. So that's the positive of it. You know the time's available. Just gotta replicate it. Obviously, without replicating the crash. But do love the Porsche 963. What a car that is. Hello, Ethan. How's it going? Welcome in. Oh, Ollie is in the pits. Who's not in the pits right now? Most people are. Stin is not. Actually, Elias is out in the Toyota. We can actually get a good look at the Toyota hypercar. One of the only 3 hypercars in the race. So, I suppose if you're in the hypercar car, you're guaranteed a podium. Just need to actually finish the race, and you've got one. Which I'm sure these guys will be happy about. Takes a little bit of the pressure off. Let's allow us to start at a lap. Good, and yourself, are? Yeah, not bad, thanks. It's a Friday, it's the weekend, so that's what we love to see. It's the weekend, can't beat it, and it's St. Patrick's Day over here in Ireland, so I'm off work on Monday. I'm gonna get drunk. It's gonna be great. But yeah, how about yourself, Ethan? How are you doing? Pirate Andy, is this race on race control? We run all our races through SimGrid, but I believe they're on race control regardless. I don't fully get it. I believe it's on race control, yeah. Now, I could be wrong on that, and I'm sure Ollie or Reese, or whoever knows more than I do, would be screaming at me at this moment in time for giving you wrong information. Um, but yeah. Uh, I believe, because we run all races through SimGrid, and I believe SimGrid and Race Control have like the, the, both of them have the stuff on it. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't done any of that sort of stuff around it. But yeah, we're trying to run more races for LMU. It's just a little bit hard at the moment to get the attendance and the signups. We'd love more signups because I love racing this game and I'd race it a lot more. I was gonna race in this race, but I'm obviously Bossman Hayden was supposed to commentate tonight, but he had a personal emergency come up, so I've taken his place. It's all good. There's F1 too. Yes, there's F1, and there's also IMSA at Sebring this weekend. A lot of good racing going on. It's going to be a nice weekend. So excited for the F1. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, cool. Now, anyone watching wants to give their prediction who's going to win the F1 on Sunday, go drop it in. I want to see who everyone thinks is going to win. Because it's going to be. I'll love to see some interesting takes. We're in the last 10 minutes of qualifying. We've got about just under 10 minutes to go. Now let's have a look. What's happening in the qualifying session? Leclerc, not a bad shout. Not a bad shout. NASCAR at Vegas as well. Of course there is. Yes, thank you, Charlie, for reminding me of that. There's so much happening this weekend. It's going to be great. Sainz, that's a bit of a stretch, Ethan. Now, I'd love Sainz to win in that Williams. I just don't think it's going to happen. Leclerc's a good shout, assuming Ferrari are on pace. We obviously the first practice sessions won't tell you anything. I'd personally, who would I personally love to win? I love Hamilton to win because I'm a diehard Hamilton fan, but realistically, I think Piastri might take it. I'd love to see him win at his home race. That would be awesome. Whether he will or not, that's to be determined. Sorry, I was getting up to date with the standings, wasn't I? So the current pole position, or provisional pole position for Hypercar is Chris Tedder in the Porsche Penske Motorsport car. Beautiful looking car. Followed by Elias Fernando in the Toyota Gazoo Racing Hypercar, followed by Sten Dunkervolk in the Ferrari 499P Hypercar. And LMGT3, we've got Vladislav with a 51.0, currently holding LMGT3 in that lovely Porsche. Then Ollie Shakespeare in the BM M4. And then Mick Hawkert, sorry if I butchered that. I believe you're driving a Mustang, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, one of the Astons is back out on track. Race it into in the lovely Aston Evo. Sounds incredible. Love the sound that car makes. Getting it nice and sideways. Yeah, Piastri home would be mega. He could do it. Yeah, I think Sainz could do it, but it's whether the Williams can do it. They seem to have a bit more pace than they did last year, but it's whether I don't know if they have enough to do a win. You know, if it happens, I'd be all for it, but whether it happens or not, I don't know. Yeah, Charlie, we love the Aston. The Aston Evo looks incredible. That number 27 Heart of Racing team, Aston, is fantastic. I want to see if Race can get himself any closer to that pole position time. There's pace in that car. He can do it. Just got to see if he can. We'll follow him for this lap. See if he can't do a wonder. Oh, difficult underbraking there in that Aston, but keeping it going. Realistically, he'll be top 10. Yeah, I reckon he can do a top 10. I wouldn't be too surprised if he got a top 10. I wish they could bring this updated one to ACC. Me too, but they probably will not, because I believe they're focusing on AC Evo and getting it out the door this year. It'll be interesting to see if how well AC Evo handles like GT3 racing and endurance racing and stuff. Definitely be interesting. Oh, that lovely Aston going around Lesmo 1. And then Lesmo 2. Oh, there's a yellow flag somewhere. Who's binned it? I don't know who's binned it. Oh, and Chris Tedder's broken into the 35s, a 35.9. Very impressive. As Adam Rios and Craig Stark still haven't set a lap yet. I wonder, is Adam Rios struggling with the track limits? Which would not be a surprise. The track limits here are hard, especially around Ascari, the entry to Ascari. The track limits are hard to deal with. It's very, very easy to invalidate your lap. But it is fun nevertheless. I did a lot of racing here during the beginner week where they ran the Curva Grande setup in the LMGT3. That was a lot of fun, especially when you didn't have to brake for the first chicane. It was definitely interesting. No, but I really want to get out of the beginners section so that I can actually do some hypercar racing online. That'd be fun. Oh, getting a bit of a slide in the 963 there. Not going to be optimal, but looks fun. And we've got about 4 minutes left of qualifying, so people are going to get a couple of more laps in if they go for it. Craig Stark is still not out of the pits. It hasn't been in a while. So it'll be interesting to see if he comes back out to do another quick run to see if he can do any better. Quite a lot of cars are in the pits actually, like Ollie's in the pits. I would expect him to come out and do another lap. Try and beat Vladislav for pole position. No harm in trying. I see Sten is out in the Ferrari trying to get closer to Elias's time. Oh, but that will probably be an invalid lap. Running wide there. Oh, 1 second, I'm just going to take a sip of my drink. Lovely. Cool. So yeah, as I say, after this qualifying's over, we'll have a 60-minute race. Which I don't know if it's a mandatory one-stop or if it will probably just be a one-stop. I don't even know if you can set up mandatory stops in LMU. Like, there's still a lot I don't really know about the game in that sense, but I'm enjoying driving it when I get the chance. It is great fun. But yeah, so we are watching. Has Sting got any closer? A little bit. He's now 2.1 off the hypercar pole. The hypercars are not easy to drive. They are very, very difficult and slippery boys, as shown there on the exit of the first chicane. Going past that Heart of Racing has two beautiful cars there side by side for a brief second. As most cars are still in the pits now. Hang on, let me find one that isn't. SSG Hayden in that Mustang. Will he be able to sneak into the top 3? He is a ways back, but the Mustang has pace here. It very much has it. So it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility. Chris, a stop will be needed. Yeah, in my head I was pretty sure a stop was needed. I just wasn't 100% sure. I've only done a couple of longer races. Right, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't done any really of the admin behind the game. I just sort of been driving it. I did do a 2 hour race at Sebring a while ago. I remember having to do a few stops there in the hypercar. Well, I wasn't sure exactly how long it would last. But that's interesting to know that you can actually up the fuel usage. That's quite interesting. Um, it's quite a neat one actually because you can set up to you have to stop quite a lot based on how much fuel you burn. That's pretty neat actually. That's good to know. Thank you for that information. Yeah, you must be sitting pretty, Chris, on pole currently. Okay, okay, for about 48-minute stints. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, as most cars are in the pits still, except Michael Thompson and Adam Rios, who has set managed to set a lot of time as a 2:05. It's not. It's a bit off the pace. He must be struggling with track limits like everyone else. Aiden, well, that's all she wrote. You're doing pretty good, Hayden. You are fifth in class. Yeah, this game is difficult. It's a lot more difficult than ACC is, which is maybe why a lot of people don't want to drive it, because it is quite difficult, especially with the tires and how they warm up and stuff. And it just, I don't know. I really enjoy it, and I've been playing it a lot more. Uh, oh, thank you very much for the follow. Sorry, I completely forgot. W1 Idzu, thank you very much and welcome in. How are you doing this evening? Chris, I was 3 tenths up, but can't nail it. Yeah. Oh, you're fully moved over to LMU? Fair enough. I'm still on ACC as well with endurance racing and stuff, obviously, as I race for Toga Esports. Um, and also help manage some of the stuff over there as well. So I still use it, but I don't drive it as much for outside of endurance racing. Um, I'm more like for like casual racing, like 1 hour races like this, or what we're gonna say, like sprint racing or stuff like that. I will tend to go to iRacing or LMU. Um, AC is still great fun. Don't get me wrong. I just think it's I think LMU is a bit more rounded as a sim in general, and iRacing it's iRacing. And I like doing ovals in iRacing. That's a lot of fun. That's qualifying over, everyone. We'll just let the game go to change over. There we go. So we've got the race start order there. So this is your order for the race. In last, we're gonna go last to first. So in last place, Craig Starkey in the Porsche, I believe. Yes, in the Porsche LMGT3, followed by Adam Rios, also in the Porsche. Michael Thompson in the Mustang. George Stevens in the not the Heart of Racing Aston, the D Station Racing Aston. Reese Indu in the Heart of Racing Aston. SSG Aiden in the lovely blue Mustang. Make Hoikhurt, sorry if I've got that wrong, I sincerely apologise, I'm terrible at names, in third in the Mustang. Oliver Shakespeare, one of the Toga admins, in the BMW M4. You get £5 if you take him out at T1. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Please don't do that. He will he will not be happy with me. And your LMGT3 pole sitter is Vladislav in the Porsche. Great job from yourself. And then we have 3 hypercars. So in third, Sten Dunkerwolk, one of the Toga Esports drivers, in the Ferrari. Elias Fernando in the Toyota Gazoo Racing hypercar. And your pole position and hypercar pole position is Chris Tedder in the Porsche Penske. Lovely Porsche 963. So that is our grid tonight. Quite a small one, but it should be fun nonetheless. Hello, I am still first GT3. Oh, are you Vlad? If so, congrats on your pole position. It was good lap for sure. As we're now just waiting, there we go. We've got the formation lap start. So I believe everyone is all out there. Yes, they are. Now let's find a good view to start this. Is there a good one? Everyone needs to catch up here. Or drive-throughs will be handed out for. Oh, Stin's in the pits. Oh, what's happened to you? My apologies. I am very bad at this. As we're waiting to go green, all will be on the pit limiter now, as we got a good bird's eye view of everything. And we've gone green, green, green. Two hypercars rushing away. Chris getting a fantastic start there. Just jumping and getting a good gap on Elias. As Vladislav, oh my god, they're nearly 4 wide. As Reese gets a place there. And Aiden in the Mustang, what a dive! And he's actually missed T1. Ollie and Reese second and third now. Behind Vladislav, as SSG Aiden has taken first, but he's obviously having to come back onto the track. He's actually lost out badly there, but that was a great attempt at a dive there. That was fantastic work. As the GT3s are, as Stin is out, he's actually missed T1 there as well. Cold tyres are not going to be fun here, as Elias is chasing down Chris for that P1 in class. As then we have P1, 2, and 3, all separate cars. Porsche from BM from Aston heading into the Lesmos. This is some great camera work, by the way, LMU. Nice one. Lights out and away we go. You're just so eager for Sunday, Ethan. Don't worry, as am I. And lovely stuff from Reese. He's gained 2 positions, 2 positions since the start of the race. Doing a fantastic job so far. Sorry, I've still got I need to change the overlay a little bit. We're getting there. Oh, that looks like the Porsche may have cut Ascari there. The exit of that exit curb is very easy to cut that corner. As the top 2 hypercars are nose to tail finishing the first lap. And the top 3 in class have just ran away as well. There's like 3 seconds between Reese and the next car, which is Craig Starkey's got a fucking... he's got an absolutely mega run. He was last on the grid and he's gained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions on this first lap. That's a mega run. He didn't set a lap in qualifying, but he is powering through here. There's Vladislav defending against Ollie into turn 1. Brilliant driving from the pair of them. Ollie hustling that Porsche along. Race getting the front eye view here. Hang on, let's have a see if we can get a good. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Heading into the second chicane. Oh, beautiful stuff. Yeah, look at this. Reese getting the perfect eye view here of this battle ahead of him. Just going to bide his time until he gets an opportunity to strike, I would imagine. So we're just cycling the cameras because I don't actually... There's so many of them. There we go. Go back to trackside. As you get a good one. And look, you can see Sten Donkervolk just cutting his way through the pack again after starting from the pits. He must have been still in the menu once they started the formation lap. I did see him on the grid, so he must have went back in to change something and then came back out. I didn't come back out in time. As I look at this, Elias is for the race lead here. He's right behind that Porsche. This is fantastic from the pair of them. Oh, Elias is going to switch to the outside. He's going to try it. Is he going to get the dive? Oh, and he does a massive lock-up into T1. Oh, that's unfortunate from Elias. He's going to have to concede that position. As he will do. There you go. He concedes the position back to Chris. Obviously not allowed to overtake off track. That is a bad thing to do. As Stin is in 3rd place overall, back in ahead of all the GT3s. As Vladislav's under pressure, Ollie is going to try and make a run on the outside here, making him go defensive. That 911 having to take a very defensive line there. Oh, Ollie getting a bit squirrely on the exit though. That means the time that he had made up there has been lost again. The two cars going hell for leather against each other, as two of the Porsches are also fighting. Starkey versus Rios for 4th place in class. Thank you for the Samir Sim Racing. Thank you for the rose. Appreciate it very much. On TikTok, lovely. Hope you are enjoying the show as we've got a few cars going and just keeping an eye. Look at this. The BM is hustling that Porsche along, not letting Vladimir breathe at all. Or Vladislav, sorry. I'm sorry if I've been saying your name wrong for a while. I apologize. That Porsche, he's keeping him honest. He's right behind him. Essentially means if the Porsche makes a mistake, Ollie will be there to pounce. He's that close. The BMW will have good straight line here. I think it's been favoured in LMU at Monza for a while now, so I think he's going to bide his time here, and he's going to try and go for it into T1. Let's see if he can catch the Porsche. He's not far behind him. He's going to get a great tow down the straight here. You can see the Porsche already going over to the right hand side of the track, left on our screen right now. The Porsche headed back over to his line. Ollie's going to have a little look, but he's not quite close enough this time around. Will opt to just sit in behind and wait, bide his time. Lovely little four-wheel drift out of the corner there. Let's head back to hypercar. Chris has put a little bit of a gap to Elias. Only about 1.1 seconds though. It's not a massive gap. Elias is still there with him. Just he's a little bit back. He's got a tiny bit of breathing room. What I will say is now, Reese has got to be careful in the heart of racing Aston as the two Porsches look to be closing in. Craig Starkey and Adam Rios are closing in on him. He's going to have to maybe go defensive, which is going to hurt him in this pursuit of Ollie and Vlad. Wonder will he be able to either pick up the pace or defend well. Not sure what he's going to be able to do here. But this is good stuff. Just have a look at the overlay feature here, just playing with it. But no, this is great stuff. So you can even, we'll have a little look at when it comes up. I've switched over to energy remaining, so once it's so it's showing for the hypercars currently. Chris and Stin have quite a lot of energy left, whereas Fernando has quite a lot less. So he must be pitting a lot sooner. It's not showing it for the LMGT3s. They don't really run on virtual energy, I suppose, but it's now switching itself back over. That's fine. But yeah, from Chris's lovely information. Thank you again. Thank you for the GG. I very much appreciate it. Samir Sim Racing, you are a legend. Sorry, what was I saying? Yes, Chris, the leader, gave us some lovely information in qualifying that the cars will have to do a stop. A full tank of energy, if you will last about 48 minutes, according to him. So assuming that is true, we will be doing a pit stop for all the cars. As you can see, the two Porsches are starting to really close in on top of Reese here. Driving a lovely race in that Aston, but is going to be under a little bit of pressure now. Oh, going a little bit wide as well. That's not going to help his case either. If you are watching on any platforms, like, subscribe, do all the good stuff for us. Helps us out a ton. Please do so. We love to see all the support from everyone watching. But as we are coming up towards the This is... Oh yeah, we're heading up the Parabolic, I believe. Just the two Porsches going to keep reselling us here for a little while. It's heading down the main straight again. Look how close Ollie is this time. The Porsche's got to be careful here that he doesn't... Ollie doesn't get a good enough toe. He's got the toe. He's got to go to the outside. He's going to make the Porsche defend here. Oh, you can see the BMW really dart itself under the brakes. Oh, they're nearly saving. Oh, that's nearly a Lewis and Max from Monza 2021. Ollie giving him a little apologetic headlights thing there, flash there, and giving the position back. Very good sportsmanship. Just wasn't quite alongside enough to get that move or to be awarded enough room. So does the right thing and hands it back, which is what we love to see. It's a good job that there will be very little damage on either car, just a little bit of a door bang. So all is fair in love and war, as they say. Sorry, one second, just checking something. Just keep the lead battle on your screen for a moment. I did see in the background, look at how close the Porsches are getting though. Reese needs a good run out of Ascari here. I'm not sure if he's got the run he needs. He's going to have to go defensive here into the Parabolic against the Porsches. He's gonna sit in the middle of the track. He's not going to let them have it. Excellently done from the Aston driver. He now needs to get a really good exit out of the Parabolic. He really wants to be able to get a good run down into T1 here so that they do not fight him too much. You can see just how... Oh, Ollie's trying to find a way through. He's going to dive down the inside. Oh, what a move, Ollie. Is he going to be able to hold it here on the exit of T1? Oh, massive slide. They're going to go side by side. Oh, this is fantastic stuff from the pair of them. Good, hard racing. Not little door bangs here and there, but that's nothing serious. It's all part of racing. They're going to be side by side into the second chicane. Oh, Ollie's pushing him, very defensive on the brakes, and the Porsche will concede the position for now. Fantastic driving from both of them. Well done. And Ollie takes P1 in class for now. But from what I can tell of Vladislav's driving, he will not be taking that lightly. As the wipers are on, is it raining? I can't tell from the spectator thing if it's raining or not. Do I have a way of seeing it? I don't think I have a way of seeing it. So if it is raining, I can't quite tell. And if it is, it must be very light rain as well. Shows how good I am at this. But the track doesn't look like it's getting wet, because there'd normally be a line of some description. So we're just gonna go with the fact that it's slightly. Oh, you can see. Look, there's the hypercars are starting to lap the GT3s there as Craig, or Chris. Sorry, my word. I apologize for any names I'm getting wrong here. He's dropped the last by 3 seconds, and he's about to lap the full hypercar train. It is raining. Look, you can see the drops on the Aston. So there may be some early pit stops here for wet tires if the rain gets worse, which I suspect it might. Sorry, that's the first clear sign of rain on the dark livery of the Aston there. On the other cars, couldn't really see it. That may just be my terrible settings on LMU. That's entirely possible. Maybe just don't have the right visual settings on. Who knows? As Ollie has dropped Vladislav by about a second now. Part of that is definitely going to be with the hypercars getting in the way. As you can see, the BMW squirreling in the wet conditions. that track's definitely going to be at minimum slightly damp as Reese is pulling away again from the Porsches. I suspect the stability of the Aston is going to come in key here. The Porsches being obviously rear-engined, they will be a little bit more slippery on the rear ends, so the stability will be helping Reese here in these conditions. Who's going to blink first? Oh, Michael Thompson's in and out. He's out of the pits. I'm assuming you're on wet tyres, my guy. Let me check. The easiest way to do that is activate the tyre overlay. Yes, he is on wets, and so is SSG Aiden, and so is George Stevens. Hawkert is DNF'd, and you just cut turn 1. That's quite insane. Okay. And you've went off track as well. What's happening here? Are you having a hardware problem? I hope not. As SSG Aiden is coming in again? Or is that just him coming out now? Sorry, this is... I think Michael Thompson may have had maybe having a hardware problem. Hopefully he doesn't reverse all the way back onto the track. Nope, he's stopped the car. Okay, that's good. Oh, his stint is in the wall? Oh, when did that happen? Let's have a little look at what happened to you, my guy. Did you just lose it in the wet conditions? Oh, just got a tank slapper in the damp conditions. Unfortunate. He has DNF'd. That is unfortunate. George Stevens, I wonder, are you on the wet tires? You are. So everyone else is still on the dries, and we've had 2 DNFs in the race, but who is going to blink first and pit from the rest of the pack? Ollie holding about a 7/10 gap to Vladislav in the GT3 category. Chris has been caught by 2 seconds by Elias. Elias only a second back now. You can see the Porsche a little bit wiggly on the exit of Parabolic there. Maybe struggling to put the power in a little bit in the slightly damp conditions. Entirely possible. But no, this is good racing, and I'd love to see more of LMU stuff, especially run by Toga as well. I'd love to see more of it. Just need to get more people involved. As Chris is away through. Nobody else in the pit, so we have a 2 DNS so far, so 10 cars still running. Ollie, oh, he's dropped Vlad by about 6 seconds. Oh, because Vlad's in the pits. That makes a lot of sense. He's the first to blink of the rest of the cars. He's in the box for, I would assume, some wet tyres. If the weather is getting worse. Now, has he done this? Has he made the right call here to pit? Now, look at that. Reese getting a lot of chunder steer on the exit of the first chicane. The conditions probably not favouring him all that much. Let's have a little look at the tyre thing again. If it wants to show it. Yep, there you go. Vladislav out in the wet tyres. Everyone else still on the dries. But who knows? Who will blink first? Who's going to make the right decision and when? Is it still too dry for wets, or is it too wet for the dries? There you go. There's a philosophical quote for you. But we love to see it. So Vladislav has come out in behind Craig Stark, about 30 seconds behind him. Michael Thompson's got back going again. Aiden is out on track, and George Stevens is also out on track. Hawkert is DNF'd. So is Stin. So Ollie is... Oh, and that's Elias in the pits in the hypercar category. Will he be able to undercut Chris with getting onto the wets earlier? This is gonna be too hard to call because I can barely tell how bad the conditions are. Never mind, Ollie's car is struggling bad. He is coming in to the pits. Oh, do not speed. I think you might have sped there, Ollie. Hopefully not. Hopefully I have not cursed you. As Reese also in the pits. Starkey following him in, and Adam Rios has decided to stay out for now. So, which one of these drivers have got it right? Adam Rios could pull a masterclass here by pitting later in a more optimum time to do so. Sorry, my apologies. As Elias is still in the jacks. Strange. Should probably actually come out of the pits. As now we're gonna see as Vlad is driving down pit row or the pit straight, and he's undercut everyone by the looks of it. There's Ollie coming out. Elias is still sat stationary. Reese is coming out. Craig's coming out. I wonder what's happening with Elias. That is not good. As Chris is coming into the pit lane. Unless there's damage on his car, there must have been. He was stopped for a long, long time. So, now Vladislav back in the lead, but he's got 20 seconds on Ollie. That is interesting. I wonder how he's got away with that. Oh, the tire. He looks like he's struggling there in those tires. He looks to be on wet tires. Is he on wet tires? I would assume so. He is. Interesting. Oh, Ollie's on a mix. Is that a mixed set of tires? He's on medium and wets? I'm assuming that's what that means. Because everyone else is just on solid wets. Have you got a mixture of tires on Ollie? And if so, that's brave. As Adam Rios is in the pits now. Is he pulling a masterclass here, or is he pitting too late? This is going to be interesting to see. As Chris has come out, and Chris has now got 87 seconds on Fernando. Wonder what happened there on his pit stop. Unless he had something IRL and had to step out for a second. Who knows? As there we go, as Vladislav is taking the lead of the LMGT3 category once again. And has quite the margin. As Ollie is only coming around the parabolic now. It'd be interesting to see, is he on mixed tires? I think he might be. Or he's coming into the pits again. Oh no, is this ruined Ollie's race? Or does he have a penalty or some sort? Yeah, you can see there's a dry tire on there in that front left. I wonder, did he also maybe have a penalty for speeding in the pits, as Reese is also back in as well. Huh. I wonder what they did. Or didn't do. Interesting. Now that means there's a Porsche 123 now currently in LMGT3. As Starkey is lapping George Stevens. This is surprising. Elias is now... Oh, that's big damage for the Toyota. What happened to you? Were you... Oh, there we go. That's a bit of foreshadowing there, if I ever seen it. That was kind of mental. Let's have a look. Do you just get a big slant oversteer? Oh, you're on the curb in the wet, and then just a tank slapper. Yeah, and then bang. Oh, that is horrible, and that's Elias DNF. That means all Chris has to do is finish the race. He is the one and only hypercar out there on track. Sorry, Chris, but you're probably going to get very little airtime until the end of the race. Just pointing out now. There we go. As oh, you can see how wet the track is now with all the spray coming up. It's getting worse. As SSG Aiden is also DNF, so that's 4 DNFs out of 12 cars, I believe. So we only have 8 running, and one of those is a hypercar. This is the joys of only having a handful of people in in the lobby, which is why we tend to not run races if they have small grids, because they're not as exciting. So Vladislav from Adam Rios, from Craig Starkey, who is being lapped by the hypercar of Chris. But then it is Ollie from Reese. I would love to. I'll obviously be chatting to them after the race. I'd love to know what happened to them. Obviously followed by Michael Thompson, and then George Stevens is all the cars still running. It's all going swimmingly. Well, the track may be swimming shortly with the way Vlad is having to drift that car around. In these conditions, there's a ton of spray there. Mank? Oh, welcome in, Mank. I still don't own the game. Yeah, a lot of people don't. But I would recommend it. It is good fun. It is a ton of fun. I thoroughly enjoy it. I know a lot of people do. Would recommend it. How's the race been? Just got home. I'll give you a little rundown. So 12 cars started. We had 3 hypercars. Only 1 hypercar is left. Ollie Shakespeare is in the box again. What have you done, Mr. Ollie? Have you been getting penalties? I honestly, I can't see them on the screen. Is there a way I can see them? Hang on. Let's have a look. Is there a way I can see if you've got a penalty or something? There's not. I just have no idea. But yeah, Ollie was winning the LMGT3 category at one point. Has now done 3 pit stops for some reason, as Vlad has went very wide there. That is not optimal, but he does have a lot of a gap to Adam Rios, so not too dangerous for him just yet. Reese Indu has now DNF'd. Oh no, we've got a lot of DNFs. So we are now down to 7 runners. How many will actually finish the race? I am not sure. We still have 30 minutes to go, and I reckon we're going to have to fill the list with a lot of nonsense. So, yeah. This has not been the most exciting race, and I apologise. But it is what it is. Ba, 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 I am. Do you know what? I'm gonna actually, because I have a good idea. Hello, Karen. Be good if the editors full caution and safety car during this. Yes, it would. I would love to see something like that. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna see if. I'm gonna see if Reese wants to come for a quick chat. I'm just gonna ask him if he wants to come and say hello and have a little chat about what happened. Because I am not sure. As he is the latest one to DNF, so we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 DNFs. We've lost nearly half the grid already. And we aren't even halfway through the race, so that's fun. But yeah, we are having fun regardless. We are going to have fun regardless. Oh, as Vlasov's drifting that Porsche around. That looks like a ton of fun, to be honest. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot happening right now, so just gonna cycle through the cars. Ollie is back out on track, but he is a lap down on Adam Rios after 3 pit stops, I believe. So I'm not quite sure where he's gonna finish. Probably, he looks like he's probably gonna finish around P5 in class. As it stands, we still have half the race to go. So who knows what might happen. So I'm just checking things. There we go. So, not much happening in the way of any battles. So Chris Tedder in the hypercar class is winning by obviously 2 laps. He is the only hypercar on track and just has to bring it home in one piece, which I'm sure he will do. Leading the LMGT3 class, Vladislav in the Porsche LMGT3. He is 15 seconds ahead of Adam Rios, who is P2 in class, and Craig Sturkey, who is P3 in class. They are running 1, 2, 3 in Porsches. Behind that, we have Michael Thompson in the only Mustang still running, Ollie Shakespeare in the only M4 running, and George Stevens in the last Aston standing. So, with those 5 DNFs, that is the running order, and there's not going to be a lot happening for the rest of this race, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to start yapping about something else. Lyric, welcome in. How's it going? Not many cars. Yeah, we only had 12 starting, unfortunately. I think there was 15 signed in, or like checked in for the race. I think we had like 30 something signups on SimGrid, just people are just not turning up. Yeah, 34 signups, and people just haven't really. I don't want to sound mean, but they just haven't really bothered to show up. I know some people did check out and say they couldn't attend, and that's obviously fine, but people are signing up and they're not even saying anything. Which is a little bit frustrating, but you know, what can you do? Just have a look. Yeah, we had 34 signups, and then 15 checked in on our server, and then 12 showed up, 5 DNFs. Oh, I've got a friend. Hello. Hello. Oh, I don't think you're here. I'll wait till he comes back. Oh, no, he's.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Oh, yeah. So it's good.
That didn't particularly go very well for you.
No, me and Ollie both got stop go 10s.
I thought Ollie sped in the pits. I didn't see you speed in the pits.
Ollie was egregiously over.
Yeah, he was still slowing down about 50 meters after the line. I was like, oh,
it was my fault.
Yeah.
I forgot to put the pit limiter on, and then I was fine over the actual line, and then I just put my foot back down and
yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, that will do it.
Yeah.
And then served my stop go, and then had a really wonderful spin into the second chicane.
Yeah, that would do it. These conditions look pretty treacherous.
They were fine, honestly. The switch from dry to wet was insane. They were like, the conditions were fine. It was like light rain. Beautiful. Yeah. Really easy to handle still on slick tires. I saw the sky flick change, and it was immediately like torrential.
It changed very, very quickly on stream as well. Because I saw everyone's wipers on, and I went, I can't see any rain. And then I switched to your car, and I could see the spots of rain in your car. I was like, oh, no, it's raining.
It was not good.
No, yeah, well, you were
I had a good start, though.
Oh, no,
really good start.
You had a great start, and you were running P3 behind Ollie and Vlad's battle as well, which is really cool.
Yeah. They kind of ran away from me, though. I was in my own little battle with them.
Oh, yeah, you had the 2 Porsches breathing down your neck.
Yeah, I pulled an almighty defense when it was still like really light rain. Hypercar coming up to us, going into the sky, so I just stayed as far left as I could.
Yeah.
And then the 2 Porsches ended up having a little bit of a ding dong, and I ran away again.
Yeah. No, it's unfortunate that you DNF. I saw Ollie he's been in the pits 3 times he like put
Oh,
mixed tires on.
Yeah, he put mixed tyres on, had to stop for a stop go, and then on his way into his stop go, he tapped the wall and got 38 seconds of damage.
Ollie, you were leading class at one point, my guy. Worse than Arsenal sometimes, I swear. For reference, he's a bottle job.
I mean, both. I mean, to be fair, we both had a bottle race. To be honest,
it happens. It's one of those races, unfortunately.
I think it's because I don't play enough LMU. I had to reinstall it for today.
Yeah, I think it's just
so much.
The more traction this game picks up, the more we will play it, and then the better we'll get at it.
Yeah.
So
I still don't like the wet in it.
I've only done a little bit of the wet in it, and it was tricky, to say the least.
It's not fun.
So yeah, there's only one hypercar still going.
Is there only one?
Yeah, Stin had a parabolic oversteer moment, and Elias had the same, and they both bent into the wall. Chris is the only one still going.
Oh wow.
And there's Ollie's now DNF'd as well. So
I'm not surprised.
There's 5 GT3s and 1 hypercar in the field.
Phenomenal race.
Yep.
Just for anyone listening on the stream, this is not how our races usually are. They are usually much more filled, and we don't know what is going on with LMU.
Yeah, I think it just hasn't picked up enough traction yet. To be fair, that's not even the problem. We had a full sign-up grid and sim grid, and then nobody bothered to turn up.
Yeah, we have like 33.
We still have 33 sign-ups in sim grid. It's just people just aren't turning up, and it's frustrating because I don't see if this was a full grid, this would have been incredible. Like, this would have been one of the best races ever. Because even like the small bits of battle we did see were fantastic.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The Sebring race was good. But yeah, no, this is just
It's just frustrating because, like, if I know this is a me thing and maybe not everyone has the same thing, but like if I sign up to something, I'm attending it.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
I mean, that's kind of how you would hope people approach it.
Yeah, but it seems that some people don't. It's frustrating, but what can you do? You just have to hope people show up.
Yeah, well, it is a case of we just have to. We put these things together. We spend a good chunk of our time, planning and we have to pay for LMU servers. We have to pay for them by the server. It's not like ACC where we have our own box and we run it from that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustrating, but hopefully with the more traction the game picks up, the more people will actually turn up. It would be nice to see because I'm enjoying it and I'd love to run like hypercar series and stuff. But
I mean, to be fair, I think obviously because it's the LMU is still picking up traction, so and I think there's been a little bit of an oversaturation throughout the community. A lot of communities have sort of immediately jumped all over the bandwagon. So the still growing community for LMU is spreading out a bit too thinly, perhaps.
Some
are doing really well. Some are doing worse than ours. So it's really hard to judge it.
Lyrics. Any more races planned? Yes, I believe there's like a full like plan for LMU to do more races with it. I think it's just more. We'd like to hope more people sign up. More people who sign up will attend is what I mean to say. I reckon once we get driver swaps and proper endurance racing on the go, it'll definitely pick up more. But I don't know. I'd like to hope more people will play it.
I mean, I hope so too.
Because I've been playing the online sort of like public lobbies and they're fun. Don't get me wrong, but I'd love to do more stuff like this, or it's proper hosted community stuff. Because, like I say, if I hadn't stepped in to do comms tonight, I would have raced in this.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So
Yeah, no, it's yeah. I mean, I think as soon as we've got something a little bit concrete together, then I think it'll probably work out for the best. But
Yeah, I think it's just probably
it's
just a teething problem, really. I think at the moment.
yeah, 100%.
But just the more we try and plan these things, the more people will show up over time, assuming the popularity for the game keeps growing as it is. So I think we just got to be patient for a little bit.
Yeah, well, patience is not exactly our virtue, but
Well, yeah, well, we'll not talk too much about that.
we are racers after all. It's not exactly in our nature, is it?
No, it's not. But I think with a bit of patience and a bit of time, I think it'll pick up more over time. So I'm not worried yet, but I would like to get involved in more racing. I think there is like a thing that I signed up for LMU for a couple of weeks of racing, which would be nice to do hypercar stuff. So
Say that again, mate. Sorry.
there's like a 3-week championship for LMU that I signed up to. I can't remember which community it is, but just to do hypercar stuff because I really want to do it. And it gives me an excuse to actually run the hypercars for a while. Because I did do like a 2 hours of Sebring whenever the big update came out for LMU not that long ago before Christmas, and it was a ton of fun. So
yeah, I mean, obviously there's also been, I mean, there's an update coming, I believe. There's some rumblings of some major bot changes.
yeah.
So the Porsche GT3 that's just come out is looking to get 140 kg apparently.
Oh, that would be something.
Yeah, it's a little bit spicy, but
I think 140 may be too much, but you know, that's maybe just me. I know it's fast, don't get me wrong, but like 140 kg is nuts.
The thing is that's only relative to, you know, I think obviously you've only got the context of ACC where you can only do 40.
Yeah, no, I suppose you're right. Like it's really all about context for it. It just sounds like a nutty number to put on. But you know, we'll see. Because the Porsche GT3 LG3 looks really fast. It and the Ford are really fast at the moment.
Yeah,
the Aston isn't bad. I think it's a little bit.
It needs a buff.
It's a little bit light in the top end from what I can tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it deserves a bit more top end. Because it's quite stable through the corners, but its top end's terrible in comparison to the other cars. Because I think even the Porsche's got a better top end than that, and that's shouldn't have that.
No, that's not how that works. Considering it's phenomenal on acceleration.
Oh, that's a Porsche off track, but he's fine. Lyric, maybe I'll maybe even troll a bit and go on the van wall. Oh god, that's your funeral, man. You go for it.
Van wall's actually not bad on this game. I can't lie.
Oh really? I haven't tried it.
It's not bad. It's not amazing.
Yeah. Mank asking, do the GT cars drive well now? Yes, they are very fun to drive. They are difficult to drive, but they're fun to drive.
Yeah, they've also just had a tyre model update.
Yeah, the heating up the tires and stuff is really, really interesting and actually quite difficult. The first couple of laps are sketch on cold tires.
Not ideal.
Yeah, as you found out in qualifying.
Oh my god, mate! It took ages for them to just switch on.
Yeah, so it depends on the track conditions you see. So if the track's nice and warm, then a lap and a half, and you've got pretty decent temp in them. But a cold track or a track that's not as warm, you're cooked. Good luck, essentially.
Fair enough. Right, I'm gonna shoot.
Yes.
So I will see you in about 17 minutes.
Yes. No, that was good. That's filled some of the time because I have to think about what to say for the next 17 minutes.
I mean, to be fair, hold on. Should we see if Ollie wants to?
Oh, yeah, get Ollie in.
Seeing as you know, the two staff members have decided to DNF themselves because they're both idiots.
I've just threaten's the wrong word. I have gently encouraged him to get into Cloud's box.
I don't think you should be saying you're threatening him on stream.
Of course, that is a joke, by the way.
Yes.
For legal
Oh,
purposes, there's.
He's gone to the shops apparently.
Oh
Okay.
no, that's
Right.
fine.
Okay. All right. Well, I will see you in a few minutes, mate.
Yeah, no. Cheers for coming in, chat.
No problem, mate. Take it easy.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye. Lyric, I do need to say the camera and graphics in this game are so much better than ACC. Yeah, to be fair, I got like I got like a setup for the graphics and the camera angles and stuff. I used to make it look pretty good in ACC, but again, I think this is just better. Mr. I'm Tired on TikTok. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're okay. Enjoying the show. Oh, Barry, by the way, I love the new nickname you gave me. Mr. Insane. Yeah. I mean, driving the van wall falls you pretty far into that category, I must say. It wouldn't be my go-to choice. Put it that way. Yeah, but yeah, the game is great. I really enjoy it. I really hope it picks up because I'd love to drive it more. Obviously, I'm still on ACC for team endurance stuff and whatnot, but I used to drive LFM quite a lot. But I haven't really done much of that recently because I've been actually enjoying LMU and doing that. Oh, traversing these wet conditions is proving difficult. Here, well, the V12 Aston GT3 is fantastic. I will say, whenever I was watching the Rookie Wednesdays on Wednesday, where they asked the V12 and the Porsche right behind, two of the best sounding cars in the game, all the way up the straight at Paul Ricard. Beautiful. Bliss. Love it. Have you heard the van wall in game? I don't believe so. I don't think I've ever seen anyone drive it. I don't believe so anyway. But I will say the graphics in this game are fantastic. You can see all the puddles really well, and like the rain bouncing off the puddles as well. That's really cool. But that track is wet, like my word. You need a narrowboat shortly to go down that back straight. My word. As we still have half the grid on the go, doing a great job. Michael Thompson is just missed T1 completely. I want to know how scary that is. I'm sure that is terrifying to drive in these conditions because it looks treacherous. To be fair, Chris just driving his race. He doesn't need to do anything fancy. He just needs to get to the end. It looks like he's doing a fantastic job. Oh, hang on. Adam Race is in the lead. What happened to you, Vlad? Sorry, I didn't even notice. Oh, you went into the pits. What happened to you? Oh. There's quite curious to see. Oh, drifting that Porsche. Love it. What happened to you? Did you just have to pit? Okay. It doesn't say why, but there must have been a reason. Unless you had a crash earlier in the lap that I did not see. You should have it sometimes to listen to the van wall. Sounds really amazing as well. Oh, I'll have to do that at some point. Yes, Charlie, it is wet. It is very wet. We have 11 minutes of this race to go. It's probably going to be about, what, 5 or 6 laps with this weather? Like, it looks... To be fair, the wet weather looks incredible in this game, I must say. It looks so good. Yeah, so there's quite the gap. So Chris obviously doesn't have a gap to worry about. He's just on his own. Adam Rios is in the lead of LMGT3 with Vladislav 26 seconds behind him. Then Craig Starkey is 14 seconds behind him, so it's still a Porsche podium in... Hang on, all the podium spots are taken up by Porsches in this race. That's great to see. And then Michael Thompson in the Mustang still going strong at P4 in class. And George Stevens, P5 in class for... this is actually going to be a battle here shortly. Because Michael Thompson is 100 seconds off the P3 in class, and George Stevens is only a second behind. So this is going to be spicy for the last 10 minutes potentially, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. We might actually get some action. Then it looks like Michael is struggling in these horrid conditions. The track is, yeah, I think the narrowboat might be necessary shortly. I very much appreciate that. What kind of content do you want to see? I want to see the driver swaps come in soon, because I'd love to get some proper endurances on the go. Like, I'd love to do like the 6 hours of Sebring, or you know, like I love to do stuff like endurance races, especially with all the new tracks we've got. Just like more hypercar stuff as well. I'd love to. I've driven the hypercars a bit. Like I said, I did do a 2-hour race at Sebring in the 963, and it was very fun. I'd love to do more hypercar stuff. Oh, George, that is a very late breaking compared to that Mustang. Very impressively done. Oh, is he gonna switch it back? That's a... Oh my word, that's a brilliant move. Hats off to you, George. That was fantastic to see. Good job, I caught that live. What else would I love to see? I'd love to see more tracks like on the IMSA like on the wet calendars, like Qatar, Qatar and stuff like that. Just more of the tracks would be nice, because the cars are fun. Obviously, have to add in whatever cars are missing. I'm trying to remember what cars are missing, if any, at this point. Because you have most of them now, as far as I know. But yeah, I'd love to see more stuff like that. Oh, hello, Mr. Hood. Welcome in. Welcome in. It's a long time no see. Qatar is coming. Yeah, I didn't know when it was coming. That's nice to know that it's coming in May, with the driver swaps. And Lambo. Oh my word, May's going to be a spicy update then, if that's the case. That would be very nice to see. So, Mike, the liveries, the car numbers are based on the livery. So you don't get like a driver number. You just have the car. Essentially, with a certain livery, you have a number basically. So like the Porsches, they're running the same livery. I don't know which one it is. This one is this has got number 92 on it, and obviously Vladislav's running the exact same livery. Just means they're running the same number. It's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's a little bit weird at first, but you get used to it. Yes, that's right. There was speculation about when the Valkyrie would be added. It'll probably not be until later in the year. Mike, you just roll for picture. No, I've been doing the open lobby thing, and it's been fine. I would assume like pens just get appended to your driver name rather than your driver number. That's what I would assume. Oh, the sound of that Aston is beautiful. Oh, a lot of understeer there on the exit of the chicane. Yeah, it'd probably be against their name. It wouldn't be against their car number, because that would be obviously infinitely more difficult to do with the way the current setup is in the game. Right, so we're on the last 5 minutes or so, so probably 3-ish laps. Yeah, probably 3-ish laps or so. I'm not sure how much. Let's mess around with the overlay a bit more. I don't really. Nah, not messing around with that too much. Throw that back up. Car numbers will be sorted at some point too. Fair enough. I just didn't know if there was a plan for it or not. I didn't really want to speak on it if for something I didn't really know, but that's what I knew about it. If that's to come, that would be pretty cool as well. You can actually have a car number. Would be nice. But yeah, that's good. And we still have half the grid running at least, so that's something. We're going to be in the last 2 or 3 laps now, and that will be it. Probably be a quiet one. We'll probably not run driver interviews in such a small grid and so on. We didn't even really run the full championship for this, so it'll probably be a quick just off afterwards. Yeah, getting custom liveries would be cool because I'd love to see Toka liveries on the hypercars. Would be sick. The spray seems a bit better to see. When you're driving and you're behind a car, no, you can't. It's impossible to see. At least from my memory, anyway. I did a race at Spa the other day in the wet, and it was very difficult to see in the wet. Chris coming over the line there again, so probably 2 more laps. This is 1 more. You can see how tentatively he's braking there on the braking HUD there, trying to get that car slowed down. What's driving in it like? Scary is the answer to that question. Very scary. It does seem a little bit thinner, but the visibility is still difficult. Yeah, no, 100%. You really cannot. Driving past a HGV in the motorway. Yeah, I suppose it would be interesting if you were driving around Monza and just a giant 40-foot lorry with a trailer was on the was heading down the front straight. That'd be a sight to behold, wouldn't it? As Chris is on the way into, is that Parabolica he's entering now? It is. So there will be 2 more laps because, or no, well, hang on, how many laps is there? It's a 1 minute 45, 1 minute 40 odd on the clock. Chris doesn't have to. Chris can slow down if he needs to. He doesn't have to finish the lap. Am I able to see? Am I able to change this so I can see? I wish in the overlay thing that I have that I could see the last lap that they did. That would be nice. I don't think there's a way to do it, but it's okay. I'm maybe just stupid, but ah well. Yeah, looks like we're probably on the last lap now. I don't think Chris is going to push to do another one. If he doesn't have to, I don't even know if he gets to the line in time. As there's not really any more battles for position, this looks to be, assuming nothing happens, this is your order, is what you see on the screen. Essentially. Nobody's going to be able to catch Chris, and obviously, car is superior in many ways. Heading down to Ascari, I believe, with 30 seconds on the clock. So I don't think he's going to push it too hard. I think he's just going to bring the car home and probably just close it out. Maybe he would even be close to getting the next lap in anyway, so he'll probably just slow down just before the line to let the clock tick zero. And there you can just see a couple of LMGT3s in his way as well. So 10 seconds on the clock. So will he... I don't even think he's going to get there for another lap. No, he's not. I think he is slowed down a little bit more than he needs to, maybe. But there we go. 0 minutes remaining, so he will cross the line for the finish. There you go. Chris Tedder has won the hypercar category. Not that he had much competition in the end, but a brilliant drive nonetheless. Does not take away from that drive. He did a great job keeping that car together in the wet. As you could tell, Stein and Elias could not. They had very big oversteer moments in the Parabolica and hit the wall, bringing their race to an end. So, yeah. Chris, great race. Was a little wet. Just a little bit, yeah. A little bit of light rain. Nothing serious. And as Adam Rios is coming around the Parabolic for the last time to take the win in LMGT3, quite comfortably, might I add, by over 26 seconds. Brilliant drive from Mr. Rios. Next card across the line will be Vladislav, who has had a brilliant race. He did pit a second time for some reason, not quite sure what that was. But he did a second pit stop, which has cost him the win. So he's going to cross the line now to take P2 in class. Great stuff from him. And then another Porsche. That'll be the Porsche of Craig Starkey to come through and take the final podium spot in class. On the way up to the Parabolica. Just took it easy. Yeah, I don't blame you. I suppose whenever you realise you were the only car left, you just sort of not trundle along, but didn't push it as hard as that you could have. Just nice and easy. Get the car to the end, more important. There we go, as Craig Stargate crosses the line as well. George Stevens already in the pits, and Michael Thompson crossing the line as well to take 5th in class. So, that is it from us. Brilliant stuff. Not the most exciting race, by any means, but it wasn't terrible. And I do like LMU, so it is what it is. So, congrats to all the drivers. That concludes the Multiclass Madness 3 race special. Yeah, results will be posted in a few days. Obviously, if you have anything to penalise, please do so via the ticketing system in Token's Discord. Information for that can be found in like our FAQ and so on. So make sure you go and check that out for anything you may need to report. I didn't see much happen in the way of contacts in the race, so there was a couple, but nothing really egregious. So I don't expect there to be many, but if there is, they will be handled by our steering team. We'll have a quick couple of interviews. There's 2 people I can see in the waiting room, so we'll bring them both in and just have a quick chat. Welcome in. How's it going? Oh, you're muted. Maybe you're not here at the moment. Oh, there we are. Hello. How's it? How was that for you, my guy? Oh, you're all right. Just try your best. uh, oh. Yeah, I did see you take a second pit stop, but I was confused as to why. I tried to see if you'd like maybe had a crash or something, but I couldn't see it. So that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, you and Ollie and the BM were fighting quite well at the start of the race. It was a lot of fun to watch. Uh, you and the BMW at the start of the race were having a good battle. No, you're okay. I'll probably just let you go for the evening, but well done on the race. It looked like good fun and tricky conditions as well. So I'll let you go for the evening. But no worries. Hopefully we'll see you back again for some more LMU in the future. Have a good one, man. I'll catch you later. Cool. And the last person is we'll have Mr. Stevens in. Welcome in, Mr. Stevens. Oh, Mike, you can only hear. Oh, you can only hear questions. Oh no, what have I done wrong? What have I done? No, what have I done wrong? Oh, hang on. Is that it? Is that fixed now? Say something.
Hello.
I think that's fixed now. I think I'm just a bit of an idiot. That might be my fault. I apologize. But yeah, how'd that go for you? That looked a bit mental.
Oh, mate. At the start of the race, I lost all feedback, all force feedback
Oh,
from my wheel. So for the first 20 minutes or so before the rain hit, I was basically driving with absolutely no force feedback, nothing in the pedals, nothing. And then I got basically torpedoed into T1,
oh, yeah,
which gave me a pit stop of 128 seconds, which ended up being fine because it allowed the track to actually get wet before I went back out on track with wet tyres.
yeah. No, it looked like fun, and you
Um,
actually got a position there back at the end. What was it? That overtake on that Mustang was fantastic.
I heard.
That
I
was that was
heard.
a that was a brilliant overtake. I got a great camera shot
Yeah,
of that.
it was really, really difficult.
Yeah, those conditions looked treacherous at best.
Yeah, it's the first time driving in the wet in LMU
Yeah, no, it looked like a lot of
as
fun.
well.
I have a question. Did you hear Reese at all? Were you listening to the stream?
Uh, it was barely. We could. It
Because
There were
no,
like
because
little snippets I could hear.
nobody mentioned anything. That's why I thought it was fine. And now that because you said they couldn't hear people only questions, I was like, I had like a 15-minute conversation with Reese. I think people didn't hear it.
I could hear. Yeah, I could hear stuff, but it was quite low.
Oh, okay, might have just been my fault. Oh well, wouldn't be one of my streams
Yeah, oh
without
well.
something going wrong. Um, but it's fine. Well, sure, I'll let you
Hey,
go for the evening because we're gonna wrap it up. But that looked like fun, and we'll hopefully get some more LMU in the go shortly.
yeah, I definitely want to do some more LMU stuff.
Yeah,
I'm very much enjoying the hypercar stuff.
yeah, no, me too.
I even went round the Isoto car.
Hmm.
I've quite enjoyed that thing, throwing
Yeah,
that thing around.
absolutely. Well, sure, I'll let you go for the night. Have a good one.
Yeah, cool.
See you in a bit. Cool. That is us. We'll wrap it up for here. But thanks everyone for coming along. As always, we love all the support that you got everyone gives and enjoy. Hopefully you'll enjoy watching. Of course. Fortunately, it's not a stat grid tonight, but we're hoping that LMU will pick up a bit more soon. And we can get more events going with bigger grids because a full grid of multi-class for LMU would be nuts. So keep that in mind. I will let you all go for the night, and we'll catch you later in the next one. So have a good one. Good night.